To emphasize the dilemma many media houses face when treating with fake news stories, the associate editor of The Crux and the Boston Globe, as well as CNN's Vatican analyst, recounted the spread of a story concerning Pope Benedict Francis. Last year, a story detailing the Pope dressing incognito and sharing sandwiches to the homeless in St. Paul's Square went viral on social media, despite it being absolutely untrue. Crux was left with a dilemma as the premier Catholic news website when it broke.
And I was asked, do we know it's true? Because I have a full-time person in the Vatican. I can't be there all the time. So I was asking our full-time Vatican person, do we know it's true? And she said, but it's all over the internet. So, well, that's not really the kind of confirmation I'm looking for.
Mr. Allen was speaking at the Catholic News Symposium, The Pursuit of Truth in the Age of Fake News, at the St. Dominic's Pastoral Center in Digger Martin. He explained that often the spread of fake news was not malicious by major news outlets, but rather a case of business impact.
It's not malicious intent. It's not the conscious desire to deceive. It is instead the relentless market pressure of a 24/7 news cycle that puts too many people in this business in the awkward position of having to make the choice to go with a tempting story first and to fact-check it later.
Because of this, Mr. Allen says, to combat the spread of fake news, it requires major courage from the media houses.
It requires courage today in the media business to buck a very different tide. Our tide says you go with stories when you're breaking and you find out if they're fake later on down the line. If you are going to defy that, it's going to take real courage. And I would suggest that now that John Paul has been formally canonized and entered in the ranks of the saints, he perhaps ought to become the patron saint of the pursuit of truth in an era of fake news.
The day-long symposium also featured contributions by Bishop of Grenada, Clyde Harvey, and a panel discussion by several senior journalists. Peter Christopher, CNews.